5G has a range of different use cases, but one of the more promising ones which we can identify is XR, or extended reality. And extended reality encompasses terms such as virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, with virtual reality being in a virtual world which you're wearing a headset. You have augmented reality, where we're overlaying critical information into the real world, and mixed reality, where we're sharing both of those concepts together. But what exactly are the 5G XR use cases which have been identified? Well, the first one is entertainment, and attending concerts or venues can be an extremely expensive thing to do, especially if it's in another country. What happens if we utilise virtual reality, for example, to attend concerts that are in different countries, and it allows more accessibility to these concerts for fans across the world? We can also utilise augmented reality for special effects as well at different venues. In addition to that, we have gaming, and we see the implementation of virtual reality for things such as realistic first-person shooters, but we also see augmented reality being used where games can be played with the surroundings that you are in. In addition to that, we have education. So some schools may find it difficult to take all of their students on field trips. If we utilise virtual reality, we can have virtual reality field trips in which students are able to access areas which they may not have been able to financially afford, for example. We also have the ability to have lab demonstrations in virtual reality, and this provides a safe environment for students to play with chemicals or identify different chemical reactions without harming themselves. And from a school's perspective, this can save a very large amount of money on chemicals for the chemistry department, for example. We also have the training aspect of virtual reality and augmented reality, or XR generally. And we can see this with potentially flight training. We already have simulators which can be utilised. And you can have ones at home where you utilise a PC, or really realistic ones where there's a cockpit involved. But this sits in the middle where it's an accessible level of training, and it can be utilised to improve people's skills, specifically for airlines, for example. We also have XR for retail. Now, a lot of people have shifted toward purchasing things online now, specifically clothes or food, for example. What happens if we had a virtual reality scenario where you could walk around a supermarket or walk around a store and identify clothes which you're interested in and want to purchase? Now, this could also be taken from an augmented reality perspective, where you can do an augmented reality clothes try on different clothes within the shop without actually having to go into the changing rooms. So it can provide benefits there as well. There's also the benefits of marketing. Now, if everyone in the world started walking around using augmented reality glasses, for example, you can have customized marketing ads towards different people on the same billboards. So as you can see from the diagram here, we've got a billboard with Coca-Cola Zero and loads of different things on that billboard. For me and for you, they could be different advertisements based off what our preferences are. Now, moving into healthcare, once again, this feeds really into the training aspect as well. We can utilize XR for virtual reality training or augmented reality support during different operations. So it may also provide support for, say, for example, if someone is ill in Australia, but the leading experts on that specific field live in America, they can be communicated with and they can come virtual reality-wise into the Australian environment and identify any issues or provide support. Finally, we have industry. Now, with the rise of Industry 4.0, for example, we can see the implementation or the potential implementation of extended reality. And that feeds into that training scenario once again. We can utilize it to support training for different employees, but we can also utilize it to build different components for an extremely cheap cost. Say, for example, we're looking at building a car and simulating a car. What we can have is we can have a virtual environment in which that car has been built, and that can allow different employees from around the world to communicate together, all with VR headsets on, walk around this car and identify any advantages or issues which may exist. And that can feed later on into performance-based simulations. So to summarise for 5G XR, there are a range of different use cases which can be utilised, ranging from the entertainment industry all the way down to the actual Industry 4.0.